Don't stress the could have. If it should have, it would have. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, crazy cryptocurrency markets, right? Still trending sideways, looking at 33,000 right now. Pretty much, if you didn't have a long-term plan, if you didn't believe in cryptocurrency, if you were here trying to make a quick buck, you've left. You're leaving, right? Everyone's bored with Bitcoin and crypto at the moment. That's great. That's fantastic. That's where, it rewards the rich, gives us more time to dollar cost average. A lot of people start to look at the stock to flow model. Of course, I want to know what you guys are thinking. I want to know what you guys are feeling because we have our lovely and beautiful, as always, co-host, Sammy on the sideline.
Good evening, everyone.
Sammy, what's going on over there?
Not much.
You got a pretty smile today.
Oh, why, thank you. And pigtails.
And pigtails,
yeah,
nice.
I know, right? Yeah. Don't act like you don't know.
I keep trying to get her to switch them where there's like one in the front, one in
Okay, because we're watching Crazy Bus People, and yesterday there was some girl who was bat, for sure, bat. But yeah, one in the front, one in the back. It was like girl mullet.
Well, she says it gives her a headache after too long, so I'm like, hey, it'll totally change the direction of pull, right?
How do you have Pebbles and like Judge Judy? It's just, you can't.
Samantha, Bitcoin 33,000. I mean, you watch all the videos that I watch.
I do.
It's boring. People are either leaving or accumulating, right? We keep hearing about how every day institutional investors are still throwing millions of dollars at Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We keep hearing about how the stock to flow is out of whack and saying that, we should be shooting upwards here soon.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much, man.
So do we got anybody in the chat? Is there anybody hanging out with us? Of course, you guys, I want to hear your comments. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Hit the thumbs up. Share this video out. Subscribe if you haven't, because that's how we get more people here. That's how we keep this conversation going. No one here is trying to sell anybody anything. No one here is trying to get rich. We just want to keep trying to understand Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and how it's integrating into the future, because so far it has shown to be profitable and a smart decision to continue to accumulate Satoshis when it is economically feasible and store them for a long period of time, because every halvening the price goes up.
Yeah, these are our nuts, Yeah. All right, so Paul Rouleau is here.
Paul Rouleau, buddy, I can always count on you, my friend. I love that you come by. Thank you.
Scott Gable again.
Scott Gable. Wow, it's been a while, but reoccurring again. Awesome. I appreciate you getting out here, my friend.
Oh, and the pothead.
Pothead. Nice.
Paul and the pothead are always pretty stable.
I see that Mike wasn't going to be able to make it today. He's off visiting a friend. Of course, I want to give you a shout out, Mike. We always appreciate your patronage, right? Coming, hanging out, participating in the chat, because the chat is what makes this show, right? I always write down a few things, and they just happen to be the topics of all the other YouTube videos. If you type Bitcoin news in the Google bars, probably the 5 little window pictures that are rolling across, right? So what did we get for the first one today, Samantha, when we were trying to come up with some news topics?
The TikTokness?
Yeah.
TikTokness.
And crypto influencer, of course, a little bit of a fun article. I don't know. I mean, it sounded very reminiscent of them trying to stop what was happening on Twitter during the ICO bubble, especially drawing to mind John McAfee. Going ahead, getting out there, using social media to support a cryptocurrency that you don't know anything about and getting paid on the back end while other people get ripped off. So no more paid promotions for TikTok.
I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, yes, the way the article was phrased and the way all of it kind of sounded, it did seem like it was a lot worse than it was. But hey, you got to spin it somehow. So there you go. I mean, it's just like how on YouTube, here, all of that. I mean, it is frowned against. They don't want people to be like the next BitConnect. You know what I mean? They don't want somebody to literally be just pushing something because it is beneficial to them and only them.
Yeah, it does seem like if you can get, the traditional social media markets to get the ideal of whatever your cryptocurrency to go viral. Whatever the scheme is, like you're going to make a bunch of money. It's going to be the next future cash, whatever.
Yep. It's
You
like
know,
orphans
Doge,
of
Shiba
something. Yep,
Inu,
yep.
Pancake Swap, whatever it is. If social media grabs a hold of it, I mean, it seems to get out of control. I mean, obviously we can see what happens, but of course the Elon Musk tweets and how that has had effect.
I mean, that was just asinine. I mean, first week, fine, haha. Like,
Still rolling with it, not so haha.
very much so, not haha. I mean,
So what are you guys thinking about this TikTok ban? Do you think that it's good for cryptocurrency? Do you think it's really going to make a difference? Or do you think it's going to quiet down some of these Shiba Inu pumps and Dogecoin shenanigans?
Shenanigans. All right, so Paul Rizzo says that he appreciates being called stable. He's not sure if his therapist would agree.
Buddy, you keep me going, because if you weren't always out here, then I might not feel like I got to get out here. And if I didn't feel like I have to get out here, then I'd lose interest.
No
right?
one's getting out here then, right? Yeah.
I mean, that's why these bear markets are, if this is a bear market, they're rough. Right? Because it is the whole losing interest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is like how some people need a personal trainer, to stay motivated. Like, the goal is the same. It's just, do you need somebody to help you through it or talk about it on the regular? I mean, we obviously do, because that's what you guys are here. I'm just saying, it's like that. You need that extra buddy system of, yeah, so did you shit? Yeah, so did I. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know, it kind of keeps it on the front burner a little bit more, where, I mean, I got
'cause we
so
don't have
many
any,
busy things in my life, a lot of stuff back after a while when it doesn't seem so
Yeah, and it
pertinent.
is just me and you. So, I mean, after a while, it is like, why are we talking to each other? 20 years. 20 years.
Why are we talking? Why am I talking to you still? Just shut up.
Oh, yeah. Wait, we literally were reading the same article at the same time off the same device. Yes, why am I talking to you? Like, why?
So the next big news, we're starting to get a little bit closer with the B word. We got Elon and Jack. They're going to be having the talk on the 21st here. I mean, what's today? Today's the 12th, 13th, 14th?
Laptop says 12th. Okay, 12th.
So, what, 11 days? No, 9.
Yes, I think.
Yeah,
You're
so 9
making me do
days.
math. Not happening.
I don't know. I want to see if it seems like it's the only thing really kind of going on. So it's the only thing to look forward to at the moment. Maybe there'll be some nice little quotable things to say from it. But I mean, we've already heard other people discussing. They're both pro Bitcoin in their own way. So really, what are they going to be like? Bitcoin's cool. Yeah, dude, Bitcoin is cool. You got a lot of it? Yeah, man, I got a lot of it.
Should I use it for my business?
I heard you're making a hardware wallet. I should get me one of those when you're done.
Jesus.
Hey, man, I got a prototype for you. Now that we got more than 50% renewable energy, are you going to be accepting it for Teslas? I don't know about that.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm going to go with if I don't have good things, right? Okay. The pothead says TikTok makes people dumber. I mean,
yeah, I don't have TikTok. I don't have
any of the more Insta things, like
the Snapchat
and the Instagram and
the Instagram and the Twitter. I don't even have Twitter. Like, I have a Twitter for the show, but I don't.
Yeah, it's not readily used in any way. Yeah, you're right. You just post our show. I mean, yeah, no one talks to us on Twitter.
I usually mostly use Facebook. I know that's horrible, old people. And it's mostly for the marketplace. The marketplace, I buy things and I sell and commercial on there often. And there is quite a bit of foot traffic. And paying them for commercialing on Facebook, it works out pretty well. And it's fairly cheap.
I mean, yeah.
Right, so what do we got going on in the chat? Anybody have any more thoughts or opinions about any of these things? So otherwise, we're going to be moving on to the next topic here.
Oh, the pothead says go Jack. Okay, so pro Jack.
Yeah, we're definitely pro Jack. Jack's been more of our libertarian ideals of Bitcoin, where you should have the monetary sovereignty of holding your own Bitcoin crypto keys. I mean, with the fact that with Cash App, you're pretty much only buying Bitcoin, and there isn't every single coin out there where they're just pretty much looking for a way to make a buck off of you, right? Well, we got that story that keeps coming around. The guy that threw away the hardware or the
landfill
hard
man.
drive with the 7,500 Bitcoin on it, and they're gonna
That
like
is a lot.
get it out of the landfill, and they're like got some third party that's gonna help them do it.
I mean, are they going to rent more equipment? Like, what's happening? Are they going to get more laborers? I mean, I would think the treasure hunt in itself should, I mean, I guess, if that's your thing, incentivize you enough. I mean, just like I'm not like going to go deep sea diving to like a shipwreck, but there are people that do that and make that their livelihood. So, I mean, I'm sure there's people that would, I guess, whatever, I don't know, what do you call it, a bounty? Whatever that is, to yes, go dig around in a landfill.
To me, this is one of those indicators that we are in the bear market, that things are slow, that the news isn't there, because that's when you hear about these stories, right?
I wonder if we're
because
gonna
these
hear
stories
the end.
these stories are always present, right? These people didn't lose this crypto recently.
Probably
These are all
not.
people from a long time ago that didn't think that the crypto was going to be anything important and didn't hold on to it, like staying in tune with it like we are right now, right? I know where my hardware wallet is. I know what my private keys are. I know what my secret word phrases are. Like, I mean, this isn't slipping my mind. Not tossing this thing in the trash anytime soon.
Maybe we just don't have those kind of lives, Eugene, okay? I never have lost a shoe or money or, like...
I've lost a shoe.
like, it had the other one?
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Drinking is hard
well,
when
then
you're
that's
young.
it. Yeah,
Drinking's hard when you're young.
That's not cool. All right, whatever.
So what do we got? Do we got any more thoughts or opinions that you guys have? Anything you guys want to talk about? Any questions about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency? What's happening in the markets right now? The last thing I got is that the stock to flow is out of whack, right? And we mentioned this earlier already. Some people are saying that we're going to break down, right? As we're seeing the sideways action. Bitcoin's trading between what, 31 and 35 or whatever, and
34-ish.
Yeah, and wondering if we're going to break down or break up. I'd like to say it's up to the upside, right? Stock to flow has always been my friend. I always like to use it as a good indicator. I mean, it hasn't been broken yet, but hey, there's always a time for everything to change.
Yeah, I guess. I
just don't think it's now. I think that the price is being suppressed a little. The news has been a little negative. I mean, this China miner garbage flood,
for the love of God,
the hash rate and it coming back. I mean, more signs of how this is forever. This is going to be the next currency. This is going to be the next store of reserve. This is the next power for the people through the decentralization of the network.
I mean, well, it was today, I think we were making a joke. Okay, so we only watched the NBC, the Peacock one, right? And now literally it is going on like the 9th day straight that they are doing some snippet of some kind of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency thing. And I mean, that is the regular news where they're still wondering about the,
if you need a booster shot for the coronavirus, or whether or not these kids need masks.
So, So, I don't know.
The removal of some Confederate statues.
Oh, 2 of them, yes. Robert Lee, man.
And they're right there talking about Bitcoin, talking about cryptocurrencies, talking about hackers. I mean, it's part of the regular roundup.
That's a little,
it's here to stay. I mean, I'm glad that we got in at the days that we got in. I wish I would have bought more. I wish I would have been smarter and taken a loan against the house and everything else like that. Not that I had one at the time, but I'm glad that we were in.
Chicken and an egg type of deal. I'm just saying. But
glad that I was in. Glad that I'm still in. Glad to see what the future of it could hold for me if I can keep a level head about the situation.
Well, Scott Gable says if that hard drive is not an SSD, it is pretty much gonna be toast. So fruitless endeavor. Where at least I guess
I don't know. I mean, I remember how they always talk about the landfills and how they're plastic capped and bottom capped so that the stuff, and that they can dig into them and they can pull out newspapers and still read the ink on them. So
that is disgusting on so many levels. But yeah. Go in there with a little drone and a little arm, a little robot, grab out a newspaper, right? Just to see. Was it the 60s?
I know that when I was doing
it
a
the
lot of
80s?
computer stuff that they were saying to truly destroy information on a hard drive, you have to write over it like 50 something times.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. I mean, hopefully,
We'll all see how this one unfolds as time continues to play out here.
Hopefully, I don't know. All right, Truth Monster is here. He also says Elon can eat a bag of D's.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, I like you, Truth Monster. Yeah, we think a lot alike. I don't know. It's just he seems very. It's arrogant isn't the right word, but it's like close to the feeling that like Elon gives off. I don't know. And once you start doing that many tweets and doing that much stuff, and then being like, "What are you talking about? I'm not doing anything." Really? Really? Oh, Jeff Porter. Alrighty.
Jeff
Hello.
Porter, nice. Thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Truth Monster says aloof. That is a good word for him. He is very just yes, I guess. Yes, we're gonna go with that. Aloof.
I just find that when cryptocurrencies like this, right, trending sideways, the news isn't anything. I really don't want to pay much attention to it, but getting out here, still keeping the conversation going. But we've been working on the bus, right? Last time, Bitcoin was like this, we jumped into work, right? We grew the business, we did a lot of stuff there, we got new equipment.
Yeah.
And that was great. There's nothing wrong with redirecting your attention. This time around, business is slow at the moment. It's the rainy season. You can't do much about that. It is what it is. Mother Nature.
Tropical storms.
Mother Nature.
Get everybody.
Mother Nature's gonna get hers. But
Yep.
I've been working on the bus. Been working on the bus like crazy. Today, went ahead and framed out the bed. Framed out a cabinet.
The other side, we're not 100%, but I mean, we framed over the wheel wells. That would be the one side. Then, I mean, we think that's going to be the kitchen side because that has the cabinet that is just starting to be made. I mean, we've ordered like white
tile and lights.
and,
Started prepping the wood for the countertop.
I mean, we're thinking, okay. I mean, it's always good to, I don't know, if it's not interesting, but I mean, there really isn't any reason to be worried. Fill yourself with something else. I mean,
it's a way to tell if you're overextended. Like if you have to sit there and you have to keep watching the price and you thinking, oh man, I need to sell because I have to pull this money out to pay. Those are the big questions. You're kind of already realizing you should realize you're not in the right position. I'm not in that position. Are we, Samantha?
No.
So it's just a matter of continuing to keep that strong hand, continuing to keep understanding Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, keeping your eyes out for those indicators that are telling you every single day that this is gaining a foothold in the institutional world, right? And now countries, Paraguay has made more progress today.
Oh, yeah. What was the other one?
It was El Salvador. It was the one that just happened recently that everyone's been talking about. But Paraguay made progress today with their Senate. So it's always trending in a positive direction. Sometimes we take a step back, but it only leads us to take 2 steps forward with the progress of Bitcoin and, the mining and the clean energy and whatever other crap they want to throw out there to be the downplay of this decentralized currency for the day.
It's just all fun and crap.
So what do we got? Anything in the chat, Samantha? Anything at all that you guys want to talk about or continue to talk about? Otherwise, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to shut this down for the day. We're going to get back to work on that bus and do a few more things around the house.
Woo! All right. So Scott Gable says that he thinks Elon is just a classic narcissist. There is something.
Can't be much left when you're that rich, right?
I mean, I don't know exactly how do you treat people and stuff? And I mean, it doesn't really matter at all if they like you. And I mean, I don't know, man. Like that, I don't know. And Jeff says that he thinks Elon is going to play a key in the future when his worldwide satellites host crypto while countries are banning it. Right? I see what you're saying. Dark overlord type,
Still capable of using the network.
I will keep the Ethereum chain alive. I understand. All right. Truth Monster with the party bus. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It is coming together where I can see where it's.
Yes, now that there is, We're
things
framing
go.
everywhere to, you know, indicate where stuff is going to be. She can see it better.
I'm
So
seeing it, yes, which is at least helping with, because I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, that sounds great. Then you put it together, and I'm like, oh, did I say that sounded great? Like there, because maybe not there. Yeah, I'm that part of it. Yeah.
there's like a bunch of stuff flying
There's
all
so
around
many
me.
things, because it is. I mean, we're still.
It's starting to dry out a
we're
little
still
bit
at
today.
the steamingness. It's been 2 days of not rain, 2 full days, and we're still like the ground is steaming, the roads are steaming, the puddles are steaming. It's great.
All right, guys. I appreciate you guys coming here and hanging out with us once again for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. It's fantastic that you guys keep getting out here. It means a lot to us. Remember, hitting the thumbs up, sharing this video out. It helps more people find the show. And that's what makes the show better. Right, Samantha? We're going to try to continue to keep getting back out here every 3-4 days. Hit the subscribe button. It'll help you find it. Turn on the notification bell. You got any last words, Samantha? Anything you want to say to our friends out there?
Just be happy, guys, and we love you. And don't worry about the price so much.
All right, you guys. We'll see you in a couple of days. Have a good one. And remember, keep that BTC safe.